part of this shit.
What is it?
It's the Rockin' Metal Revival! It's medication for erectile dysfunction. It gives you a boner.
Break it up!
Not to be used if you have a pre-existing heart condition. If boners last for more than 4 hours, call more ladies.
Welcome to the show!
Horns up, metalheads. Time for another edition of Rock and Metal Revival. We are back.
We're here.
We have survived.
We're here.
I think I survived.
I think you're still. You look like you're still breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. That birthday party was legendary.
That was a party.
Imagine what I'm going to do for my 50th.
When's that? You already
2
missed
years.
that, didn't you?
2 years. I'm not as old as you are, dude.
Oh, I thought
Remember?
you were like 52.
I saw your ARP card out on the counter, so don't
Yeah.
give me any crap.
Hey, I'm a member, man. Don't mess with me. There's
I'm not
lots
only
of
a
us.
member, I'm the president.
Yeah.
All right, coming up on today's show, we are honored to have the one, the only, the legendary Udo Dirkschneider.
That was awesome, dude. That was
Yeah.
really cool. I was really nervous talking to the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool, though.
Dude, ever since we found out we were going to interview him, I've been going back listening to some old Udo, and the fucking
Some
dude
good stuff,
yeah,
man.
some good stuff. We've got a lot to talk about on the show. Got some new music to play for you. But right now, we're going to start off with some Black Star Riders from their CD All Hell Breaks Loose. This is Hoodoo Voodoo.
Hey, this has got some.
Cowbell.
Gotta have your cowbell,
That's
man.
right. On Rockin' Metal Revival. From the CD Only to Rise, that's Sweet and Lynch and The Wish on Rockin' Metal Revival. And,
Dude, I like that.
dude, you know what? You can
I need to listen to the whole thing, dude.
The whole album's pretty good, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it
And
out.
rumor has it that Stryper's going back into the studio to do another studio album for 2015.
That would be cool. Their last one was cool, pretty slick, man. I like that.
Yeah, I liked their last one a lot, too.
It was a good throwback.
Before that, we heard from Anthrax and The Devil You Know. Hopefully, we'll be getting some new Anthrax music because they're going out on tour real quick with Crowbot and Volbeat.
Oh,
So,
we're going to see that.
Yeah,
maybe.
we're going to see that tour. So, hey, bud, what'd you think of the big birthday party?
That was cool, man. You had a lot of fucking people there, dude.
Yeah, we had fun. It was fun to see Corey, wasn't it?
Raised a lot of money, too.
Yeah, raised
it was-
$1,000 for the pet animal shelter called Friends of Noah, which that was a great thing, and that was what it was all. You know,
That was cool.
For me. It was to get all my friends together and party and raise a little money, and I was just happy that we raised as much as we did.
Yeah, got to meet Corey. That was cool.
Yeah, Corey
Very
from
cool.
Uncontrolled Noise, thumbs
That was
up,
crazy.
and
Come all the way out here, but he has family out here,
Yeah.
which is cool. That
So-
worked out good then.
we might do it again next year. I don't know. We'll
He
have
had
to
the
wait.
prime spot. He was right by the bathroom, man.
Right
He
by the
was
bathroom
right
and
there.
sitting right at the bar, man.
Yeah.
He had prime real estate. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
What'd you think of Waylon Unplugged?
Waylon Unplugged was pretty fucking cool, man.
And I know you're not a big fan of the Unplugged
I'm not
thing,
a fan
but
of the Unplugged, but wow.
they hammered it,
They were
didn't they?
real. It sounded great.
Yeah, so I want to thank the guys in Wayland. I want to thank 0 to 60 and everybody who showed up to that. That was a great time. And
Yeah, the big jam fest.
Yeah.
And Cage.
Cage
Yeah.
Cage was killer. That were good. And Liquor and Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good version of it.
It was a great time, man. It's good to see all your friends and hang out and with some good music. And looking forward to more of that this year. And also coming up, I really want to see some good tours come out. You know, dude. I mean, last year we had a few shows that we went to, but nothing really.
Yeah, nothing that was like, got to get off the couch for this.
I mean, I'm not a huge Volbeat fan, but I want to see Anthrax and Crowbot.
Oh, that's definitely one I want to see.
Yeah.
And then there's the benefit of Hailstorm being there too,
Yeah.
which I haven't seen them yet, but I'd
Yeah.
like to see them too.
Yeah. I'm kind of jacked up about that. And next Saturday night, I'm going to see Marilyn Manson again.
Again.
Dude, you thought he was okay.
I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
I thought the mix was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
His
Typical
mix.
opening band sound.
Yeah. His mix was terrible
Yeah.
too, though, man.
Yeah.
Because we saw him with Alice Cooper, and I thought Cooper was just
Cooper was
right
awesome.
on the button.
Yeah.
Man, sounded great.
Hey, the other day you were playing some tracks off this Randy Rhoads Remembered CD.
Dude, I like that CD.
Yeah.
And it's not the one from like. Sorry, I hit my volume.
Tom Morello and
It's not that one. He's not.
this is the one Brian Tichy did.
Yeah, the one Brian Tichy did. It's called Randy Rhoads Remembered. And yeah, that one's good. That Ultimate Rhoads tribute thing. I've only heard the one, and the one song, that Crazy Train by...
I know, you played that for me. That sucked.
Oh, God, that guitar solo just made me want to just kill something. I'm serious.
So
I just wanted to grab guitar pedals and beat them over the head.
do you remember what website that was? California Music something?
I don't know if that's the one.
Yeah, it is. It's because
that?
that's where I sent that email to. But get that CD.
The Brian Tichy one.
The Brian Tichy one, yeah.
That one's fucking good, man.
Yeah.
I really like it. I had it out in the shop, and I listened to it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool because some of the guitarists, make it. It sounds. They do Rhodes justice, They don't fuck around with it. They play it right to the T, and they add a little bit to it, which is really cool, And there's not a bunch of Yngwie guys in there doing all their.
Yeah.
It's more like it's a guitarist album.
That's one of the things that I always get pissed off when, I pick up
Brian Tichy, how the fuck does
He's
he play guitar like that?
unbelievable, yeah.
My God.
But like when I buy
And drums. What? And
Yeah.
bass. He plays
And
bass
bass,
on
yeah.
some of it, and it's like, Jesus, dude.
when I buy some of them,
How
Kiss
much talent
tributes.
you're allowed to have?
You buy some of
Yeah.
them Kiss tributes, and you got some
Some
guy.
of 'em
You
are
got
terrible.
some guy in a Jackson playing 100 miles an hour, trying to play an Ace Frehley solo.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
sounds
you
like
gotta
shit.
do it justice.
Yeah, get the Les Paul out and play it right.
I want to see here like Yngwie do a Kiss song and play a freaking
Yeah.
Ace solo.
Nice. That would be awesome.
Yngwie, play this solo, but play it just like this. Don't bump.
Yeah.
And without adding anything in it. And he couldn't
can't
do
do
it.
it.
He'd go nuts.
Well, you picked a tune off this Randy Rhoads Remembered tune. Tell us a little bit
Which
about
one did I pick?
Mr. Crowley.
Mr. Oh, this is Bumblefoot plays on this, and holy crap, man! I've gotten respect for Bumblefoot now, man. Even though I did before, but wow, he does. He was a Randy Rhoads fan, obviously, because he's fucking nails this.
Okay, from Randy Rhoads Remembered, this is Bumblefoot playing the Ozzy classic Mr. Crowley on Rockin' Metal Revival.
And the outro solo and shit is sweet, man. What he does with it, good shit. So pay attention. Sit up straight. You got your shoes on? No? Okay. Kick off your shoes. There you go.
There's Accept and Fast as a Shark on Rockin' Metal Revival. I like
That's
that
a
first
fast
opening part, dude. That was good.
I love that intro with that frickin' and the cracks in the vinyl and clicks. It's just so cool.
Coming up next hour, we're going to talk to Udo himself right here on Rockin' Metal Revival. It was kind of fun talking to him the other day.
Yeah. I had a lot of questions after we talked to him.
Exactly. It's always works that
But when
way.
we had him, I didn't know if he was someone I could mess with or not. Man.
I didn't know.
want to say something really stupid.
Exactly.
And fucking piss
him off and him hang up
Yeah,
on
because
him.
he's in the room with Justin, and you don't want him
Dustin,
to take or Dustin. Yeah, don't want him taking it out on him.
No.
Beat his
And then-
ass. So why'd you have me call?
Talk to those two
fuckers?
idiots. So,
I'll beat you. I'm gonna throw you out in that blizzard.
yeah. So, all right. Speaking of the blizzard, it's time for News of the Weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we haven't done
Sweet.
this in a while.
Okay.
A woman accused of snowblower attack on neighbor.
Really?
Yeah, police in Massachusetts say a 61-year-old woman attacked her neighbor with a handheld snowblower during the winter storm on Tuesday.
What the hell is a handheld snowblower?
It must be one of them small ones.
It must be tiny.
I don't know. Barbara Davis of Arlington was arrested when authorities responding to reports of an assault in progress found her allegedly harming her 60-year-old neighbor. Police said the two women had a long-standing dispute. Seems that Arlington, the chief police, was not amused. He goes, emotions may run high during historic weather events like the blizzard we just endured, but that is no excuse for violence.
That's all it takes, a little bit of snow. Man.
Yeah.
Going to drive everybody crazy. Everybody goes nuts because I never know when it's going to end.
You know what's funny is when shit like that happens to other areas of the country, they lose their mind. Like here in Minnesota, they're like, okay, all right.
That's it? 2
Yeah.
feet of snow?
School's delayed an hour? Okay, all right.
That's it? 2
Yeah.
feet and you're going to go crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then they hardly got shit in New York.
Yeah,
Everybody was
6.5 inches.
freaking out. Yeah. That's what they get.
Your girlfriend gets that when you're not. You're half excited. All right. So, anyways, man hid cocaine inside prosthetic leg.
Dude, perfect idea.
Yeah. Police say a Delaware drug suspect went out on a limb to transport a stash of cocaine But he was busted when officers discovered the drug hidden inside his prosthetic leg.
Nice. That must have been kind of uncomfortable for man.
Yeah. Police say they kept the drugs as evidence, but they returned his leg.
Oh, really?
That was nice.
Oh, that was nice. They could have kept it and said, limp out. We'll see you later.
Listen, did this happen in Beloit? Mom finds pot stash in her van 13 years later. A New Mexico woman drove a van for more than 13 years without realizing there was marijuana hidden inside.
Wow.
Melanie Peel told the Daily News that she bought a 1990 Chevrolet van at a local dealership in 2001 so she'd have room to transport her daughter's children. Until Friday, she had no idea that on trips to softball games and on vacations out of town, she had been transporting 13.5 pounds of pot.
That's a lot of weed.
A family friend discovered the marijuana when he removed a door panel to repair a broken handle. Oh, nice. Inside a hole cut in the door, there were 5 bricks of marijuana covered in plastic wrap and foil.
Nice.
Police say the marijuana is old, so it is worthless.
Yeah. 13 years old, yeah. Sure, they say it. That's what they say. If it was all wrapped up and freaking duct taped or whatever, it might still be okay.
Whoever knew of weed that lasted that long around somebody, 13 years.
Yeah,
that just doesn't happen. Let's see. Jasmine Triveldale, DUI woman, was claimed she had 3 breasts, charged with drunk driving.
Oh, yeah, that chick they had a picture. She had a fake tit or something.
Yeah. It seems that the 21-year-old who once claimed she had gotten cosmetic surgery to obtain a 3rd breast was arrested on DUI charges in
Florida.
Exactly.
Florida.
On Monday morning, yeah. Of course, most people wouldn't care about the alleged drunk driving if Trivedal, whose real name is Alicia Hessler, had not already achieved internet notoriety for her outrageous triple-boobed claims. Nice.
It takes all kinds. And she wondered, wow, she drinks?
Yeah.
Who would
have thought? Yeah. All right, let's go over the pond and see something weird. Paul Bennett convicted of having sex with a mailbox. Does that go back to the old saying, just put a little hair around the hole?
Does he have a square penis?
I don't know. A man in Wigan, England, has been stamped as a sex offender after being found guilty of having sex with a mailbox. Paul Bennett, 45, pleaded guilty on Thursday to 2 counts of indecent exposure and using threatening and abusive words with abusive behavior. The plea stemmed from a September 9th incident where he attempted to have sex with a mailbox in a public area.
How can you have sex?
Well, witnesses told the court they saw Bennett pull down his pants in a shopping arcade and start to publicly perform a sexual act on himself in public. Police attorney Katie Beattie said Bennett then walked over to the post office and started to make sexual advances towards it. Bennett reportedly rubbed himself against the mailbox while holding his hands in the air. Witness said he kept shouting, "Wow." That's all I gotta say is wow.
I don't think I've ever been that drunk. Sorry.
No, I've never been that messed up ever.
You were pretty hammered at your party.
No, that still would have never happened. And last but not least, this one would be a great one for all the ex-wives in the crowd. James Ryan bulldozes home without telling wife or removing her stuff. You're going to take half my shit?
They weren't even pissed at each other.
No, left his home in Middleton, New York on Monday morning. She figured her husband would spend the day renovating their home. Instead, her husband chose to bulldoze it without bothering to tell her or anyone else. She came home to see the house, which was in her name only, completely demolished, according to a neighbor.
Oh, no shit.
Yep, the washer, dryer, furnace, hot water heater, everything was still in there. In fact, her medication was still in there.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Was he drunk? Or just
pissed.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Holy crap, man. How do you get a hold of a bulldozer?
I don't
man?
know.
There's like gun laws. There should be bulldozer laws.
I guess he just went down to the Rent-A-Center and said, hey, can I borrow that for an hour? And went home and went to
got
business.
A bulldozer? Huh?
I could borrow. Is
Went to
that a
Home-
bulldozer in your
Home
pants? Or
to-
yeah.
Home Depot. Well, I could either get freaking kitchen cabinets or a bulldozer. Bulldozer's going to save me some
I could
work.
either fix that leaky toilet or just put the whole thing in a hole. All right, that's gonna wind up News of the Weird. Coming up, we got news you can't use, talking real metal, and next hour we will talk to metal legend Udo Dirkschneider right here on Rockin' Metal Revival.
Got anything we can play that'll sound like good to be driving a bulldozer to?
Well, let me see. How about this new one from this band Devil's Train
Oh, okay.
called Mr. Jones? Check this out.
It's kind of bluesy-ish,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I like it on Rockin' Metal Revival.
Yeah, this will be good. Yeah, you
Good bulldozer
sit
ride
back,
music. Yeah.
Sit back, fire up a fatty, and just drive your bulldozer around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's your latest hard rock and metal news on Rockin' Metal Revival.
All right, metalheads, time to listen up, and it's time to talk real metal. Gather around the water cooler because we got shit that doesn't matter to anybody.
I want to grab a beer and
Yeah,
stuff.
beer or a Jim Beam and Coke
There you go. That would work too.
works good for me.
Yeah.
All right,
Especially if you're listening to this in the morning.
yeah, bright and early in the morning, grab a Jim Beam and Coke.
Yeah, it's Saturday morning.
Yep.
You're playing somewhere.
Yeah, right there. And when you're listening to us on Mega
Yeah.
Rock Radio,
Yeah.
crack
Crank-
open a Coke and a Jim Beam and
First
live
thing in
life.
the Saturday morning. Nothing better.
No, get your day good. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Yeah, that's
All right, Megadeth's Dave Ellison says Steve Harris really opened my eyes to what a bass player could do.
I mean, if I could make my own super band,
Yeah.
he'd be my bass player
I think
probably.
he might. I think Billy Sheehan would be mine.
Yeah.
Billy Sheehan blows my mind. All right, Judas Priest, Guns N' Roses, Rush, Def Leppard members to be profiled in Rock Icons documentary series on VH1 Classic.
More of the where
Where are they now?
Where are they now? Yeah. Wow.
When are they ever going to do a rock and metal revival behind the music?
I haven't been approached about it yet. But,
I'll sign the deal if they do
it's-
approach us.
It will be. It'll happen.
It'll happen.
eventually.
Zach Wilde launching his own line of guitars, amps, and accessories.
That's kind of cool. I saw some of
It's all that bullseye stuff.
Yeah, but it's got different versions of.
He had one of the worst looking guitars ever, that coffin one.
Oh, that
yeah.
big. It looked like, hey, somebody forgot to cut the shape out. Dude.
Exactly.
They just left you the
Piece
black
of wood,
body.
yeah. Nick Menz on possible return to Megadeth. It'll be final when it's final. All right. Authors of Randy Rhoads' book did not breach contract with late guitarist family, says California Appeals Court.
I think that's bullshit.
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, they used this coffee table book cost like $99.
Is that the one you got out there?
No,
Oh.
I didn't buy this one. It's from the Margolis dude, and he's just making money off of stuff that
The
they
movie that he
used.
didn't get done?
The movie that didn't get made.
Yeah.
All the photos and shit that they'd had.
Yeah.
He put it out as this big freaking book, making all this money off of it, and never gave anything to them.
To the Rhoads family? Nice.
Yeah, and they didn't
Asshole.
have permission to use any of that unless it was made in the documentary.
Yeah, nice.
So
Sammy Hagar gets
I
his
know
own...
I know road stuff.
Yeah.
I pay attention to that.
Sammy Hagar gets his own radio show. Good for him.
Cool.
Slash
Now,
reportedly...
something else we can ignore.
Exactly. Slash reportedly moves in with his
He'll be better
girlfriend.
than freaking what's his name though.
Who? Nikki Sixx? Fuck,
Yeah. Slash what?
He moved in with his new girlfriend. He's getting and they're getting matching tattoos.
That's two bad ideas you got.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Boy.
getting divorced. They're splitting. They split up.
All
getting
his shit.
divorced. Yeah.
He moves in with his
Yeah.
new girlfriend. He's getting
Matching.
Boy, he's really on a downhill slide there.
He better not be drinking again.
Exactly. Airborne signs with Spine Farm Records. I love Airborne.
I do too.
I really
man.
do.
They're like Australian, man. They're cool.
Motley Crue's Nikki Sixx says we're going to win the Super Bowl and we're going to fucking leave.
I didn't know they were playing. I
They're
had
like
no idea.
opening, I think.
Are they?
Yeah, kind of like Kiss did that one year.
Yeah. Fucking not.
Yeah, shit. He says if the Patriots win, the next cruise show that they play is going to play naked.
Yay?
Yeah, so that
Yay.
just makes me really want the Seahawks to win,
Yeah.
and I really don't want either one.
I don't care.
I don't care either. Def Leppard's Vivian Campbell on battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma. I seem to be in a good spot at this moment. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I'd like to hear. I'm looking forward to hearing what he does with that last in line.
Exactly. Kiss's Tommy Thayer, this ought to be intelligent, says technology enables musicians to make perfect sounding records with no soul. He should know.
Yeah, they've done 2 of them.
2 of them so far. Sebastian Bach, Rudy Sarzo, Alex Skolnick perform at Randy Rhoads' Remembered event in California.
Dude, I'd want to see one of those someday.
I think it'll come out on DVD from what I understand.
I hope so.
Slayer's
cool.
Dave Lombardo, Anthrax, Charlie Benetti honored with Legend Award for pioneering in thrash metal. Congratulations to both of them.
Nice, yeah.
And Black Sabbath's Geezer Butler arrested for California bar fight.
Nice, Geezer.
What the hell?
No.
We got to get his mugshot and put it over here next to Mick Brown.
Dude, yeah, we definitely do. That would be cool. We can put him on the opposite speaker, man.
Oh, yeah.
They can be like cheesing
until we get some.
Yeah, I hope he smiled. Did you see the picture?
I haven't seen the picture yet.
I have to find the picture and see. Oh, hopefully he smiled.
Yeah. So, hey, since Marty Friedman said he's not just a metal musician, what do you say we play some Marty Friedman?
Dude, I love it. This one came on while I was out in the shop the other day.
Yeah.
Just fucking tasty guitar, man. Really good.
The CD's called
Really
Inferno.
melodic. Good shit.
And features Greg Bessonette on drums. The song's called Undertow. Next hour, we'll talk to Udo right here on Rockin' Metal Revival.
This is a good one to fire a fatty up to.
This portion of Rockin' Metal Revival is brought to you by...
What's this, sir?
Well, that's just a little tip, if you give me a full package.
Oh, okay. That's a $150 additional charge.
You're talking to the wrong guy. It's a little out of my price range.
It includes scalp treatment, reflexology.
How much is it to tickle my pickle? To yank my crank? To give me a Hojo to go? Sweetheart, I'm not asking for a finger up the ass. I just want you to just jerk it a little bit.
Donnie, this isn't a brothel.
Then I'm completely confused what the fuck we're doing here right now.
So what, you're just going to get a hand job in front of all of us?
I don't know, am I? I guess not!
There's Primal Fear from their CD Delivering the Black and Road to Asylum on Rockin' Metal Revival. Man, I still dig that album.
That album kicks serious butt.
I can't wait until I hear the next Primal Fear album.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
They're one of those, they put out albums pretty quick, too, compared to a lot of bands anymore.
Exactly. And so I'm looking forward to that.
So does Udo, man.
Udo's got a new album coming out next Tuesday, February 3rd, and it is a killer.
It kicks total.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, from beginning to end, this is an ass kicker. This will end up in my top 10 right now.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Dude, I wasn't a big Udo fan. I really stopped
liked
following
his
his
album too, but I haven't heard a lot of it because it took so long for it to get released around here.
Yeah, I stopped following Udo when he left Accept.
Yeah.
So until you started having me listen to some of it, I really didn't know what he was up to, and he kicks ass.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
And it was very cool. He's such a metal legend to have him on the show.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everybody at Frontiers. Or, Dustin and everybody for getting him on. We're going to talk to him next real soon. We're going to play the title track. This one's called Decadent. And it is the title track from the new Udo album. It'll be in stores here in the North America and the U.S. on February 3rd. Crank this up.
And then get it, man.
There's the title track to the brand new album from Udo. It's called Decadent on Rockin' Metal Revival. And, brother, it is so good to hear new music from Udo.
I'm loving this album, dude.
This album kicks
kicking.
ass from beginning to end. And with us on the phone today, we are honored to have the man himself, Udo. Welcome to the show.
Okay, hello, everybody.
And we just want to say that this album, we are so impressed, Udo. We can't wait for it to be released this Tuesday.
Yeah, what can I say about your new album? I'm also really happy. I mean, it is out now in Europe for nearly a week, and the reaction is, what can I say? I mean, it's more than fantastic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like I did something right.
Well, from the release of Animal House back in 1987 to your new release, has your approach to the way you look at metal changed over the years?
Yeah, of course, in a way, there was a lot of changes going on, but all the, now with internet stuff downloading, and of course the whole thing is changing, but the music is still the same.
Well, I just saw that you just finished the Metal Singers tour in South America. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a quite interesting thing happened. I mean, there was Blaze Bailey, there was Ripper Owens on the bill, and Michael Visage from, he was the singer of Loudness and Indian Malmsteen. Yeah, and I mean, that was, I think, a good thing also for the people, you know, to get in, literally, let's say, 2.5 hour, 25 classic rock songs, you know. I mean, Blaze was doing a lot of stuff of Iron Man, Ripper was doing a lot of Judas Priest, and Michael was doing stuff from Loudness and Indian Malmsteen. Yeah, what can I say? I mean, that was something really interesting, and we had no prima donnas going on, you know, who is better than the other. It was a really, we was laughing a lot. It was, really, really funny thing.
Now, you're doing a tour. You got some tour dates lined up in Finland, I guess. Are you going to be able to come back to the States and do a tour eventually here?
Yeah, we have a tour in Europe starts, the first part of the European tour starts in the beginning of March, and we end up in Finland in the middle of May, and then we having, quite a lot of festivals coming up in the summer until the end of August. And then between September and December, we will do the second part of the European tour, go to Japan, and they're working on the tour in South America and the U.S. and Canada. So I don't know when we're coming to the U.S., but definitely between September and December.
Sweet.
Now, Udo, it's been a while since you last played with Accept. Do you still have any contact with the original members?
No, definitely not. Sorry.
That ship has sailed, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. There was so many bad things going on, but I don't want to talk about this.
That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
Cool. Now, I'm a big Accept fan, dude. I remember when I first heard Shark, Fast as a Shark, back in like 83, and it just blew me away. Now, I had this friend who was a singer, and we'd listen to this album, Restless and Wild, and he'd point out all these things that you were doing. Now, there's one scream you do at the end of Flash Rockin' Man. How do you do that? It sounds like I make it. It sounds kind of like a guitar doing a harmonic or something. You're getting all these overtones.
I cannot really explain it. Just open the mouth and do it.
That's it. Oh, Jesus.
So now,
it's just coming out like this. You know, I do the same thing in the beginning now on the Fast as a Shark. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's easy to do.
Yeah,
for me.
You do have an awesome scream. That's for sure.
Well, over the years, Udo, they said that Fast as a Shark was probably one of the first ever thrash metal songs, and Balls to the Wall is probably one of the biggest heavy metal songs of all time. You've really put your thumbprint on heavy metal. What do you see for the future of metal?
Oh, I mean, I think there is a big future. At the moment, I can just talking about Europe, you know, I mean, so if you see how many festivals we have in Europe during the summer, I mean, the biggest one is Wacken, definitely. Mm-hmm. And, but, you know, in Europe, metal is really, really big. And, I mean, hopefully also it will be the same in the U.S. I mean, there's still a lot of metal. I think they believe there are a lot of metal fans around in the U.S. also.
All right, well, the album comes out on February 3rd, and I tell you what, Udo, it's one of our favorites that we've heard so far this year, and we're looking forward to playing more songs off it, like the song Pain. Can you tell us a little bit about this song?
Yeah, I mean, Pain, I mean, it's like, you know, when the lyrics about the song Pain is about, you know, when you're watching news, you see always wars going on and massacres going on, and that the meaning is how much pain we can take, you know. I mean, in a way, it's going over. When you watch the news, it's like a horror movie, you know. It's going on TV. It's that's the story about pain, you know. And I think it's in a way quite how can I explain it? It's like melody is a melody in there, but it's also a strong meaning in there, you know. So I like this song very much.
All right, well, we're going to crank it up right here on Rock and Metal Revival. From the great radio controversy, there's Tesla on Rock and Metal Revival. And, dude, you see the Rocklahoma lineup came out?
No, didn't?
Yeah, and Tesla's like the number 2 band on the bill.
Nice. See, I'd like to go to that, man. That's like 4 days or 3 days or something, right?
Waylon made the bill.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
that's a big festival.
Yeah, it's huge, man. 4 days. I don't know if I could do 4 days.
No, I'd need like an RV.
Yeah.
With all the stuff in it, you know.
Yeah, I'm too old to do 4 days in rock anymore. I'd like to go to that Rock on the Range. I think that would be fun. So, but that's coming in the summertime.
I'd like to go to the Metal in the Meadow.
What's that?
I don't know. I just made that up.
We could have one.
We should have one.
And then we'll invite the guys from the CMS to come, and we'll have a bunch of cover bands.
Yeah, but we won't tell them they're cover bands.
Yeah, we'll tell them they're the real thing. Hey, we want to thank Udo Dirkschneider for coming on Rock and Metal Revival.
Except if they heard this, they know.
They never listen.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
So, but that was cool having Udo on the show.
That was very cool.
And next week we will have Keith St. John.
Fantastic, man. That's fantastic.
No. Keith St. John will be on the show.
Really?
From Burning Rain.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Good shit, too, there, man. 2 great vocalists, one after the other. Look at that.
Looking forward to that. And everybody, ignore the Super Bowl if you can. And,
I'm just watching for commercials, or maybe I won't. I don't know, man. I could care less.
I could either.
God darn it.
Knowing you'll have a Super Bowl anyways.
Oh, I'll have a couple of them.
Why don't you have one right now?
Well, I might.
Hit one off the hookah there, brother.
All right.
I'll
do that.
So we've been live from the Hookah Lounge. We will see you next week. Until then, peace.
Violets.
This brings to an end another edition of Rock and Metal Revival. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell 2. Until next time, this is Rock and Metal Revival.
I said, who wants to fucking touch me?
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Mega Rock Radios on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time. On Rock 101 KLOL on Saturdays 11 p.m. Eastern. On Z-Rock 106.9 KKZR Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on Uncontrolled Noise Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on UncontrolledNoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations. Enjoy this edition of Rock and Metal Revival.